What? What's that? Little Timmy fell down the well?
Ew, poo water. Wow, those work pretty good. We're gonna be hauling a couple loads of dirt today. Around that new concrete, we gotta put 2 loads, just build it up along the side of that concrete. Also, this last harvest, we were pulling corn out of a field, and just getting out of the driveway was horrible. We were about tipping over, and the ground was so uneven, we tore off a mud flap. So we're gonna take a couple loads over there, bring the skid loader over there, level that off, make a few improvements before the ground freezes, and we can't get much else done. So we're over at what my dad calls our 10-year supply of dirt. About a year ago it was here, and now it's there. And so it might be closer to a 2-year supply of dirt. Holy Moses, I haven't been here for a while. I didn't realize we used that much dirt, but it pretty much looked like a pile like that extended about 80 to 100 foot, and now we got about 20 foot left. Jeepers, I parked in a horrible spot. A couple months ago we were moving dirt over here, and one of the front tires on that loader tractor was flat the next morning. Got some big cracks in her. So we actually got 2 new front tires on this tractor a couple months ago. That's a pretty big load, Pa. Got a little moisture in it. Change of pace from this summer. Right in this corner, up onto our new concrete here. Got some junk to clean up too. Yeah. That's a bit. Slappy. See that little spot down there? Right there? The other day we were putting in fence, I looked down and there was a mouse crawling by my feet. He got slapped. Hi, buddy. What do you think of it? That should work. Stuff packed pretty good. It had some decent moisture in it. Almost gets you excited for calving season. Almost. trailer a lot better than that 98 Chevy. It doesn't sound as cool though. There's a guy driving across our field. What the? Actually, we got soil testing getting done. It's actually nice to see him in the field because then we can get that done. Try to get full fertilizer out there before it starts really snowing. Oh, back end was dragging a bit. We got the wide gate, but the approach right in here is just sunk in deep. And then got a culvert right there, dang near filled in with dirt. I can see tracks. I think the semi tires might have crossed over that thing a little bit. You know, we were just trying so hard to get wide and get out, so we didn't put it in that side. And I'm gonna have to just try to do a good job getting it wide at the kind of towards the road there. It just needs a little TLC. I think we can spackle it. That should help quite a bit. Look at that. Of course, if you drove on it now, I'm sure it'd sink in pretty good, but we'll get a few rains on it. I'm sure the weeds and the grass will come right back, and those roots will hold it together. And that should keep us from tipping a semi, which is a good thing. I'm ready for lunch. So it's getting late into November, and you know how inventory on everything in the world is tough to come by. You know, we're getting close to Christmas, and so just a reminder for you guys out there that we're maybe thinking about getting some Sonne Farms merch. You might want to do it kind of early, especially because when you think about shipping, it's just a crazy mess. And so just get your orders in. I think Dad's really sad about the numbers of Brian tight t-shirts that you're not getting your support, man.
Well, I don't blame him. Anyway, when you were talking about Christmas presents, I was getting kind of down mostly because I was thinking you were going to bring up that plasma cutter again and hit me up in front of everybody that you need a present. It's like being around me is a present for you every day of your life, so what more do you need?
All right.
All right.
I just mentioned that one video that a plasma cutter would be nice, and everyone's like, oh, he's hounding Brian to get a plasma cutter.
I feel the same way, people. Hounding.
All right. Dad did bring one last load over. We're going to spread that out, and then we're going to do a little welding thing. Got a little repair to make over at Jeff's place. And then I guess tomorrow we're getting a shot of rain. Can't complain about it. just pulled into Jeff's to start working on what I was gonna do, and Dad called me, and apparently we got cows out over on our furthest north pastures. We're running those cows on corn stalks, got just a hot wire over there, so they must have busted through it. You know, all it takes is one deer, a couple cows having a little tussle, and somebody goes through it, and that's it. So let's go check that out, and hopefully it's not too hard to fix whatever's going on. Have you seen some cattle out? They're in pretty good, except these two. Here's our hot wire, which is standing just fine. I don't know where those girls would have gotten out at. The fence looks good. It's not even just one, there's two of them. Dad's on his way. The gate over here is pretty hard to open. It's really tight, so hopefully he's bringing a stretcher. I'm not getting a spark. Oh, there's a faint one. What you doing, silly goose? Oh. I guess I would probably go back. No, Bear, that's for you. They look pretty good. It's a concrete thing. We've had them snap here before, and I just assumed that's what it was, but you can see that bottom part's still in, the bolt's still there. Just cracked the concrete right off. I can't do nothing about that. I bet you're the same one every day that I gotta put in. Or at least she knows where to go. Peppers want some pellets. It's getting below freezing a lot of nights, and last year tons of people noticed how much time we spend with these water lines and just shutting it off and turning it back on and thawing it out back in the morning. And we got tons of comments, try a freeze miser. We're doing it, and I hope I love it, to be honest. It's when it gets cold, something shrinks, you know, shrinkage, and then it allows water to run through, and so it keeps warmish water or above freezing water keep flowing. And so it's not going to run if it's above 37 degrees, it says right on there, Fahrenheit, and once it dips under that, it starts spitting water, so it keeps things from freezing up. We're going to try it out. Like I said, I hope I love this thing, because we spend a lot of time messing around with these and trying to keep them thawed. Except that bar might be in the way. This isn't a paid advertisement. I'm honestly hoping this is just the cat's pajamas, as they say, and that this solves all my issues. Except I think this bar is going to be in the way. Son of a biscuit. And of course I dropped something all the way into the bottom of this water. Oh. That's awesome. I'm having a great time. We're just going to try it on a different tank. I forgot about you, you stinker. Cheese and crackers. It's just gotta be rusty. It's just gotta be. What in the billy? Things are leaking everywhere. I need a new hose washer for this thing. It's leaking like a sieve. But anyway, we got it, other than this hose being the wrong length and it's kind of kinked. But anyway, so like I was saying, when this gets cold, it starts shooting water out of here just to keep this from freezing. But not only that, the water dripping from here drips down onto the float and keeps that from freezing, hopefully. But anyway, I gotta grab a hose washer. They seem pretty foolproof from what we heard. There's one thing I don't like about it, and that's if it's really cold and the cattle aren't drinking and that keeps dripping to keep things from freezing, then it can overflow. If it shoots that much water out, you know, we got a ways to go on this tank. That's probably a good 60 gallons, I don't know. We just don't want all that water sitting here. That makes a mess. You know, obviously you don't want to be constantly overflowing when it's really cold. Just trying it on one right now, and if we like it, we'll maybe get some more. If we don't like it, not a big issue, we'll just take it off. The hose washer is non-existent in there. I thought we had a bag of them somewhere, but I just ended up stealing one from this female end. Future me will just cuss current me, present me out the day I need that. Got some more 5.5 foot posts at the Storla station. We've helped a lot of people get fencing supplies. It's been hard to come by, and we've been basically in stock. We've kept about everything in stock the whole year. Granted, you know, we opened in June, July, so, you know, it was a short year, but yeah. And then we got some more Sioux gates to put by the Sioux gate pile. What you got there?
Oh, I got a Coke, and I got more vet supplies from Storla Station because we're going to work more cattle. We're going to buy more cattle. We're going to feed more cattle.
That sounds expensive.
Yep, it's a win for the people I'm buying the cattle from, and a win for Storla Station for the vet supplies. I don't know if it's a win for me yet. I won't know.
So just for fun, I took this freeze miser and I threw it in the freezer. Kind of gives you a look at.
So what do you expect to happen here then?
Well, since it's frozen, the water should run because that's what it's supposed to do.
And then once the frozen thing warms up, it'll quit running.
Yeah. Yeah, so it runs, trying to get that warm enough to where it's not going to freeze, basically.
Warm the wax up. It's wax, right?
Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of like a metal hand wax, or I don't know. And so that heats it back up, and you can kind of see it's slowing down a bit already.
You know, when we started off, we had a flow of Brian in his 20s, and then we got to Brian in his 40s, 50s, and now we're getting to late 50s, 60s. And then after every good release, you gotta shake it a little.
What's wrong with you? Anyway, so that's how that works.
That's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
Well, anyway, so hopefully that works for us, and then I don't have to shut waters off and turn them back on and deal with frozen.
Then you don't have to remember that you forgot to shut them off. What's going on there? Somebody just pulled in that field.
No. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'd love to see you next time. But have a good one.
I want to keep talking.
Hey, pal. I'd shoot him. He's got a nice body.
That's one of those that when they hit the ground, their rack shrinks.
Oh, he's running. He going. I chased him off our land.
He was just sniffing you to see if you were a girl.
He was.
He wanted to know. He said, "Hey Cole, you got a furry mouth."